We are now joined by number 10 ranked UFC middleweight Kevin Holland. Kevin, thank you very much for joining us today.
No, thank you.
We'll take our first questions from Sumik Dada with Sportskeeda. Your line is open.
Hey Kevin, it's good to talk to you once again. Hope you're doing well.
Hope you're doing well.
I'm good, thank you. So, right off the bat, how does it feel to finally get added to the UFC game?
Oh man, it feels good. You know what I mean? Kid like me coming over where I come from, you only get in a video game if you create a character or if you join the NBA or the NFL. I got a character off busting people across their head. That feels good.
Now, moving on to the fight this weekend and everything that's going on in the middleweight division right now. I don't know if you came across this, but Israel Adesanya said yesterday in an interview that you still have a long way to go before getting that title shot, even if you're victorious this Saturday against Derek Brunson. Do you have any response to that comment from the champion, knowing that you'll be on a 6-fight win streak this weekend?
From the who? You said the what? The ex-champ? He just went and lost his last fight. He ain't the champ. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, his opinion doesn't really matter. You know, I have the longer winning streak. He's coming off a loss. I guess they could say that was at 205, but in my eyes, a fight is a fight. Weight class doesn't matter. Go watch my Instagram video. I used to show change inside my cups in order to go up a weight class. This is nothing new to me. I'm true to this. Fuck Asanya.
So, do you think that the title fight should be the one after this fight?
Yeah, I'm fighting Kamaru Usman for the welterweight belt after this fight.
Fair enough. Okay, and speaking of the fight this weekend, there is obviously a massive gap in octagon competition between you and Brunson from last year. He fought once, which was a 3-round main event, whereas you had 5 fights in 2020. Do you feel that's something that might play a factor to your advantage this weekend?
Nah. Last year was last year, and this year is this year. So it's a whole new year, a whole new ball game, a whole new situation. Last year I was hot and ready. This year we'll see if I'm still hot and ready. So if the hand's still hot, then he will drop. So we'll see.
You also mentioned yesterday you aren't a fan of fighting the whole 25 minutes. That being said, could we expect another quick knockout from you this Saturday?
Hey man, I take what they give me. If a quick knockout happens, I will be happy. If a quick submission happens, I will be happy. I don't plan on being there for 25 minutes. It's like by the time we start fighting, it'd be close to 10 o'clock at night. And in Texas, that's 12. That's close to my bedtime. So I gotta get them in there and get them out.
Also, one other thing you mentioned yesterday that you were willing to step into that April 17th card, which Paulo Costa withdrew from. I'm just curious that would you still be down to fighting Robert Whitaker after all this is said and done? Down the road at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Robert Whitaker, if he gets past Kevin Gastelum, he'll be fighting for the belt. And he'll become the official champ. But no, I'm down to fight whoever, whenever, however. It doesn't really matter to me. I can pull up in this room right now. We can scrap as long as I still get my check. I'm good.
Now, before I let you go, you obviously had 5 fights in 2020. You're the active throughout the entire year almost. Do you have a number in mind for this year?
I'm just trying to beat that record. They say 5 is the record, so if I can get it with 6, I'll be happy. Honestly, if they count this fight as a calendar year and that's 6, then that's awesome. I'm just trying to break that record. It's like I feel like it's an easy record to break. 6 fights in 1 year, 7 fights in 1 year, 8 fights in 1 year. I mean, I could do that. That wouldn't be a problem. I've done it before.
All right, we look forward to your fight this weekend, and thank you for the time, Kevin.
Thank you.
We will take our next questions from Hunter with MMA Weekly. Your line is open.
Hey, Kevin, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can.
How you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
In 2018, I believe it was after your scrap with Thiago Santos, Derek Brunson actually complimented you, saying you were here to stay on Twitter, and you even responded by thanking him. Did you think back then in 2018 you guys could be potentially competing against one another, despite the kind words?
Yeah, so that was my manager that responded to him on Twitter. I don't run my Twitter. I've never even touched my Twitter before a day in my life. Every once in a while, he'll show me what's going on there, and I'll be like, man, you're doing a great job. But 2018, I would have told him thank you, just like I would tell him thank you now. You know what I mean? It's just a respectful part of me. But that being said, in 2018, when I got in the UFC after losing to Thiago Santos, I told my manager, I was like, if we're staying at 185 pounds, Derek Brunson's on the hit list. So here we are, 2021. Derek Brunson's here. I'm here. And he's for sure on the hit list. So now I just got to go hit him.
What was it like going on the Joe Rogan experience with Travis?
Man, dreams do come true. It was super amazing. First show me and my mom ever watched together, willingly watched besides Lifetime, was the Joe Rogan Fear Factor. So being able to go on the Joe Rogan podcast to me was amazing. It's like my transmission broke on the way there. Had he said it was a Fear Factor, what do you say? How do you say it if you're trying to get into something like I don't know. If if he said it was like something to prove that I could be a part of Fear Factor, I'd have drove my whole car there backwards the whole fucking time. You know, like, I love Joe Rogan, so yeah, I'm glad I made that. That was amazing.
Yeah, right on. Have you thought about what you might want next with the victory over Derek on Saturday, or are you just solely focused on the task at hand?
I'm definitely focused on the task at hand, but victory over Derek Brunson. I keep telling everybody probably thinks I'm playing. I'm gonna go down to 170 pounds and fight Kamaru Usman for the belt, or George Masvidal for his BMF belt, one or the other. Um, it's like it'd be a picture perfect world. I'll do George Masvidal at a catchweight, then I'll do Usman at 170. And it's like I woke up today at 188 pounds. I ain't cutting no weight for this fight. Life is easy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we know that you're capable of going down to 170. Have you thought about potentially maybe the winner of Whitaker and Kelvin Gastelum?
I mean, if the winner of Kelvin Gastelum and Whitaker is Whitaker, then Whitaker should be fighting for the title. Hell, I feel like Whitaker low-key should be fighting for the title now, but unfinished business between him and Kevin Gastelum makes sense. Winner of that fight should be fighting for the title. 185 division is really in a weird situation. Had the champ won the 205 belt and decided to stay at 205. Like he said, the division would be stagnant, like he said about John Jones at 205. So right now, I feel like it's kind of stagnant. I would like to create some buzz at 170 and then come back up to 85. That's really what the goal is. Create
For
some
sure.
buzz, and then come back. That way it's not so stagnant, and that way it's not so, same people doing the same thing. And with the quote-unquote ex-champ, since he's coming off a loss, saying that I don't deserve a title fight right after this one, makes sense. He's not doing anything but repeating what I told him last year when we seen each other. I told him I had like 4 or 5 more wins before I could see him. That's just because when I see him, I want to make sure I take him out.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Do you have any more to give us regarding that exchange you just had with Derek Brunson before you came on here?
No, I was just telling him, you know what I mean? Like I don't understand why you ain't been responding to my DMs all week. You said there was no hard feelings, so I don't understand why you ain't responding to me. You know what I mean? We're both here to get paid, so I figured the two people who was gonna make the money would have a good conversation with each other before the fight. But I just don't think he wants to play my mental warfare. It's like I just want to have a good casual conversation right now and in the cage. He doesn't want to have one at all, so we'll just have one inside the cage. He talked to me a little bit when we were doing. He opened his mouth a little bit, and I can tell you right now, that's one thing his coaches probably didn't want him to do. So since he's down to talk now, he'll be down to talk then.
Appreciate the time, Kevin. Good luck on Saturday.
No, thank you.
We'll go next to Gabriel Gonzalez with Cage Side Press. Your line is open.
Hey Kevin, how are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I want to ask you about being on your first UFC poster. What did you think about just the picture they chose of you just kind of screaming and Derek being chill?
It's perfect. Honestly, it's perfect. Perfect for me, not perfect for Brunson. Brunson has been chill his last 2 fights, so that's pretty cool. But when you piss that guy off, he comes in, no blah 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 blah, big old lips like freaking Bubba or Forrest Gump charging in with his head forward. So it's a good poster for me, bad poster for him. But it's my second poster. My first poster was against Jack Hermanson, even though the fight didn't happen. So first real poster, second poster with the UFC. But it's amazing. I love it. I'm enjoying it very, very much so.
After the year you had, all the bonuses, I mean, do you still have things you need for the Green Machine, or have you moved on to a new project?
I mean, old school cars, you can always switch it up. Old school cars, you never really have to have a new project, but I do have a few new projects. I like the Green Machine, truly do like the Green Machine. I think it's an amazing car. I'm still trying to figure out the transmission, exactly how it needs to go. Um, I think the shifter cable on there is a little off. So, I mean, we'll see. Green Machine still has plenty of work to be done with it. These old school cars, you can easily put over 100 grand into them. So I'll easily put over 100 grand into every single one of my old school cars.
Kevin, what's your fight week routine? Because obviously at the Apex, let's be honest, you've done the process more than anybody else. So what is your routine by now? You have to have it down.
I don't really have a routine. We just pull up, do a little shakeout. You're on lockdown. So then you go the next day, I go to the PI, have a little fun there. Next day, I go to the PI, have a little fun there. And then it's weigh-ins, and then it's fight time. There's not very much to do. Me and my coach may play dominoes. He brings his PlayStation. We may play 2K. We talk shit. I'm on the phone a whole lot, and I sleep a lot more. So it's really just chill. And I do a whole bunch of videos with my little pinky ring and show the diamonds dancing. So it's really nothing too much to do but chill.
As you get these bigger fights, keeping that active schedule is gonna be a little bit harder. I think you know that. Does it bother you that you may not be able to get those, hit that 5, 6 fight mark if it keeps going well for you? Or does the extra money, it just makes it all good?
I'll retire and I'll just transfer over to another sport. Therefore, I can continue to fight as much as I want to. I'm just playing. We'll figure it out. You know what I mean? It's like there's always welterweight. You know, and there's always taking crazy fights at 205. We'll figure out the schedule. We'll stay active though.
Just one quick one about Derek. On this 3-fight win streak he's on, do you feel like he's a particularly different fighter than when he was going a little bit up and down the losses?
Yeah, I feel like the move that he has made with Henry Hoof has made him definitely a better fighter. Striking looks a lot better. He seems a lot more calm when he's in there, and yeah, I think it's amazing. But that also being said, I don't think he's been emotional during any of his fights lately. So if you can get him a little bit emotional, you might not see the same Derek Brunson you've seen in the past three fights. You might see the Derek Brunson you've seen who was going up and down with the fight. You know,
Uh,
and that even being said, going up and down with the fights, people say that like Derek Brunson has lost to bad people. He's only lost to really good people. You know, so that being said, it's time to find out how really good I am.
hey, thank you, Kevin. Good luck.
Thank you.
We'll go next to Omar Mert with S Sport. Your line is open.
Hello, Kevin. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Good, thank you. Kevin, Adesanya tried lightweight but failed. If you get the belt, do you want to try lightweight? Same thing.
You saying like go up a weight class?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to go to any weight class that I can make it to. You guys, I think you guys don't really understand what I say when I say I woke up today at 188 pounds. I got here at 192, 194 pounds. I'm a light guy. I'm already doing what Israel Sanya tried to do against John Blachowicz every time I step in here at 85. You guys just don't notice it because of my frame. Uh, Now, if I was fighting at 70 this whole time, you guys would be like, oh my God, now he's coming up to 85. That's a big jump, right? No, just don't get caught up on the hype so much. That's it's I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I don't want to be an asshole. Give me another question. I'm sorry.
Okay. Another question. Adesanya and his coach insist he wants the Darren Till. What do you think about this? Is Darren Till is a contender?
Look, I'm gonna tell you what I feel about Israel Sanya, and then you can ask me other questions besides Israel Sanya. All right. I
Okay.
think Israel Sanya has a titty, and he was doing steroids to get that titty. All right. Next question.
Okay, not more
Hey guys, I
Adesanya.
don't want to talk about Israel Sanya. You know what I mean? It's like you guys always want to talk about Israel Sanya, and it's like he just lost. You know what I mean? He just lost a fight where he got beat up on the feet. He's supposed to be the best striker in the sport. And then he got taken down and beat up there. You guys don't talk about that, but you guys talk about him stepping up a weight class and doing this, him doing that. It's like then everybody's gonna view me as the bad guy because I'm up here telling you guys are fucking nuts for riding his dick so damn hard. Stop riding his dick so hard.
Okay, another question from the fighting. You mentioned 2K. Which team do you choose the most, and do you have any favorite team in NBA?
Do I have any what? Say it again one more time, please.
You mentioned 2K games. Which team do you choose the most, and do you have a favorite team in the NBA?
Oh yeah, NBA. I choose the Lakers over everybody. I didn't understand what the first one was, but Lakers all day, every day. That's my number one team for sure. Always will be.
Okay.
Always, forever.
Okay. Sorry for the same questions, Kevin. Good
You're
luck on
okay.
Saturday.
It's okay, bro. I don't mean to be an asshole. It's just everybody wants to talk about Israel Sanya, and he's coming off a loss. Nobody talks about that. They just talk about him like he's some type of god or something, and he's not.
Okay. Good luck, man.
Thank you. Good luck to you too.
We'll go next to Augusto Niez-Gay with Somos MMA. Your line is open.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. Kevin, you've said yesterday that you prefer to fight 15 minutes instead of 25, and that UFC can make you the quote-unquote co-main champ. So I want to know, if you would have to choose someone from the division to be a contender for that title, who would it be? Who do you think deserves it, apart from you, of course?
Man, the co-main champ who doesn't want to go 25 minutes. There's only one person in the world who doesn't want to go 25 minutes besides me, and that's probably Derek Lewis. If you're talking about 85ers, I have no idea. Man, it's like a lot of those guys like the idea of just sitting there looking at each other for 25 minutes. I hate that. I want to fight hard for 15 and go home.
Sounds good. So Derek Lewis is the current aspirant to the champ. I mean The runner-up.
Yeah, nah, Derek Lewis he's not the runner-up. He's the man. You know what I mean? I'm the runner-up.
Oh,
Derek Lewis is the man. I'm the runner-up.
okay. And Kevin, I have seen you on your Instagram stories that yesterday you were signing the official posters. So I want to ask you, why did you choose that particular spot for your signature? And I am talking about the Brunson's forehead. I mean, were you trying to get into his head literally this time or not?
Nah, X marks the target. Nah, I'm just playing. I actually got in there and I looked over to the side and somebody had signed like right on my mouth. And I was like, oh, really? We're playing this game. So then I just started signing on the man's forehead. It was just part of the game. We started playing and I started playing even harder.
Okay. And Kevin, Derek said that you couldn't make it personal this time. I want to know, does that bothers you or is just other thing that happens during the fight week?
No, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be personal for me to punch you in the face. It doesn't have to be personal for me to want to still knock you out. It doesn't have to be personal for him to still be emotional. And he's an emotional fella. For him to say it's not personal, it must be pretty personal. So we'll see. Like I said, he hasn't responded to none of my DMs this week. He hasn't looked at none of the things that I've shared about him this week. It's just really sad, man. I just want to have a conversation with the man and he doesn't want to talk to me. I'm big mouth and he don't want to talk to me. It's really hurting my feelings. It may not be personal for him, but man, I'm emotionally scarred.
I have to ask you, man. What do you share with him on the social media? What do you send to him?
Hold on, let me look at it. It's so many. It's so many that I have to look at it. Like it's every day, all day. I'm just tagging him, just trying to talk to him.
Their memes, their videos. Yeah,
it's videos. He had an MMA junkie video, and I tagged him, and I said, Derek Brunson, bro, chill. We're not in the picture. He was talking about getting a title fight. And then there was this really good one. I really liked this one. It says, you cannot suffer the past or future because they do not exist. What you are suffering is the memory and your imagination. I said, Derek Brunson, don't think about the Izzy fight. It doesn't exist. So I thought that one was really amazing. I texted him. I said, yo, I can't wait to see you. He didn't message me back. I said, damn, I was trying to see you. Why they make me leave in the car? This was the other day. We were both at the same venue. They made me leave before he pulled in. And I was just sad because I really wanted to see if he was doing the blonde hair, black hair, short hair, long hair. And then my coach ended up seeing him and he's doing short blonde hair. So, he looks fantastic. Did his hair really well, better than my hair. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay. And my last question, Kevin, which type of fight do you imagine for Saturday night?
Which fight am I what?
Which type of fight are you imagining for Saturday night?
Honestly, man, I don't really know. It's like hopefully Derek Brunson goes out there and stands up for a little while. Hopefully he shoots for a takedown and slams me like all the times he ever said he was going to. I just want him to do everything that he ever said he was going to do to me, and then we could figure it out after that, So, yeah, I just hope it gets real freaky in there, The freaks come out at night.
Okay. Thank you very much, Kevin, and good luck on Saturday, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Kevin. You're all set.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.